Hello and welcome to the October 22 Aquarium Update. As always, thank you for watching. This month we create a one-of-a-kind canopy for the 210-gallon aquarium using old recycled pieces of aquarium wood. We added some Leporinus Sextriatus to the 210-gallon Anastoga tank and some spotted silver dollars to the 150-gallon discus tank. We'll take a peek at our setup of super red pencilfish and end with a quick update on our 65-gallon barb tank. Let's start out with the creation of the canopy.
So I think we're going to get some new wood one of these days, and so I think I'm going to take these logs out here and maybe repurpose some of them and make a nice top piece for this tank over here. Got this plywood and somehow affix pieces of that wood over here. It will kind of look cool against the LED lights there at night, I think. Alright, so here's our board. As you can see, that's the cutting line right there in red. Alright, we got our piece of wood and we got our paint here. I'm using a black exterior paint because, you know, it might get wet from the water. And high gloss because that's all they had.
Use something with some gloss to it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Alright, we'll get serious now.
I promise not to make you watch another painted black montage.
Alright, there we have it. Gonna let that dry, then we're gonna flip it over and do the other side.
Oh my god.
Where'd you learn your spatula technique?
Alright, now that this is dried, I've placed some blocks up here. We want to think about where we're gonna set this and rest it on the aquarium. Now, we want it to be a little bit higher than the lights, of course.
Are you serious?
Here we'll paint those pegs black and then screw them in.
Look at my face. Look at how serious I am.
That's 1 foot. Alright, so now we actually have the feet attached. You can see they don't interfere with any of my lights here. Same with this side here. Yeah, this driftwood is getting old. It's been loved a lot. The plecos have eaten on it. Anyway, it'll be really cool to have my old driftwood up on a canopy as kind of like a nice memory. So we were able to take this piece of wood off. And so instead of throwing this out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to affix this up here. Okay, we got this guy screwed in here, so that's one. Alright, so we're drilling a pilot hole into this one, and it really is just by guessing. And before you know it, alright, we got 2 of these suckers on. Pretty cool. Alright, so now you can kind of see the desired effect here. Oh, I think it's kind of cool. I'll probably add some smaller ones maybe. Alright, so the next step is we have a front piece here that will go across the front to cover up all that and hide the lights. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so now we got our front piece on there. Yes, there we are. Alright, we cut a few more pieces here from that other piece of wood to stick on here. Alright, so I used wood glue to attach these smaller pieces here. It's pretty strong once it sets. Once this sets, we're going to go ahead and put this back on top of the fish tank. Alright, for our next trick, I want to reduce nitrates with pothos plants if possible. I hope to dangle some pothos roots into the aquarium to help reduce the frequency that I have to do water changes in the tank. It is a dirty tank because I feed heavy and the fish produce a lot of waste, and I have difficulty keeping desired tannins in the tank with the frequent water changes. So this is an experiment to see if the pothos plants can help decrease the frequency of doing water changes.
You don't want to get the stems in the water, and so I'm going to be using a basket and clipping the stems to help us secure the roots
and keep the plant in place. The items you need will include plastic plant pots, a needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and coat hangers or some sort of thin metal dowels. So we'll start by unraveling this coat hanger. So I want to kind of use the natural curve of this thing. I'm going to kind of wrap this around and make a circle. Make sure it kind of can sit in there like a big Easter egg dipper, basically. And so you kind of want to thread this through some of these slots down here to make sure that it does not come off. Alright, it's our do-it-yourself aquatic Pothos plant hanging device. This long piece is going to go in the back of the tank and act as an anchor. Okay, so there's a little Pothos container, and then you can see down there, there is where the coat hanger goes, and it kind of keeps those roots secure. We'll make a couple of these. Alright, here's two more of these here. So off the top you can kind of see my Pothos holders. Alright, so here's a nice Pothos plant.
Pothos, Pothos, tomato, tomato.
Yeah, that's it.
So we're gonna stick these roots inside the tank there and let them dangle in that basket and let this kind of sit on top of the canopy. So here's how the first one looks from above. You can see the roots are kind of in there, but you kind of want the stem to sit outside of the water. It tends to rot if it's actually in the water. And this is what it looks like from below. And so those roots will continue to grow out of the pot and through those slits and dangle down. My big question is, will the Leporinus mess with it?
The internet tells me they won't, but we'll see.
And so we moved the hang-on back filter over here to the left and took the spray bar off of the canister filter. You can kind of see it there. It's all pumping through. Alright, so this is the back of the canopy here. What we want to do is we want to put a little felt piece across here to keep the light from bleeding out. I got some black flannel to do this with. They didn't have felt, so this just has to be black and opaque. Okay, so here we are doing a little hot glue gun the gluing. Keep going all the way down. Alright, I'm going to let the back of this set for a minute, the hot glue, and then we'll just cut this piece and make a little thin strip here. It doesn't have to be exact, because it's the back of the tank. Here we go. I hot glued some plant weights on there just to weigh it down so that it hangs down properly over the back of the tank. Alright, so here's the desired effect here. I think it's looking pretty cool. You can no longer see the gap that was right here. There's way less light from the LED aquarium lights bleeding out. We have these Pothos plants doing good back here. And we will build out another one this way. I'm going to turn this grow light on. There we are. So we got the Pothos kind of propped up on the top of the canopy here. So hopefully it'll kind of start to grow into these pieces of wood here. Just trying to get this Pothos growing back there. See what happens. What's going on above you guys, huh? Don't you mess with those roots. I'm going to touch some of this stuff up with black acrylic paint probably. But yeah, I think it's looking good.
Now that we have the canopy set up, we turn our attention to a group of extremely hard to find Leporinus Sextriatus that I picked up from Nationwide Aquatics. The fish arrived in excellent condition and were expertly packed and shipped.
Well, if you can see it, that's serious. That's a staple.
They have a limited supply left, and I know they have an excellent selection of rare plecos and catfish, and definitely are a place to check out.
Okay, check these guys out. Oh yeah, 6-line Leporinus. Oh man, what a cool fish. Look at that. This is really cool. Alright, these guys have some shrimp here. Let's see, put it in. I see one over there that has it in his mouth. Looks like the pleco was eating the shrimp even. Look at him go. Oh, he's trying to. I don't know if plecos can eat shrimp, can they? Looks like he's choking on it. Can a pleco choke? Yeah, he's sitting here editing this video, just looking over to this tank. Man, it looks amazing. The sunbeam coming in. Leporinus playing in it. I'm telling you guys, this tank is so pretty. Oh my god. It's not the clearest tank at the moment, but wow. Paradiso, if you're a Leporinus. I think I'm supposed to be cooking lunch for my kids.
Man, that's pretty. Speaking of, let's go check out the discus tank.
Well, the discus say hi, and over here we have 3 spotted silver dollars that we got from tamed waters. Very peaceful, not shy or bashful, like they're right up front here. Some silver dollars are skittish. You smiling at me?
Queremos comerte, pero eres demasiado grande.
But yeah, the discus are doing good. We repurposed these logs here for that canopy right there. But the fish can still use it, and it's always nice to have a little bit of a change in your tank, and eventually we'll get some new pieces of wood in here. Well, here's our 29-gallon planted tank. We picked up this piece of wood from Pure Fishworks, and as you can see we have the Canopy Red still doing good here. Wow, he's pretty and very feisty. Yeah, we're looking at you. Hey, will you leave the ladies alone? So the goal in here is to have some of this dwarf sage continue to carpet out here. I kind of like that there's this little piece of slate here that'll kind of keep the dwarf sage in check as it spreads there. Anyway, I'm going to feed these guys some Daphnia. It's like a cloud of magic to these guys. Yeah, it's good because they have tiny mouths. So pretty. There's a female right there. It's female Canopy Red. Red Beckford's pencilfish, looking very nice as well. Very handsome with this dude here. Oh yeah. And our Pandacories hard at work. Oh yeah. Got quite a few of them in here. There's a coral red pencilfish peeking out there. Hey buddy. There's another coral red. Rabbit smells like I know there's food around here. I can sense it. And believe it or not, but there's like about a dozen coolie roaches down there in that dwarf sage. Alright, let's head over and see what's going on in the 65-gallon barb tank. Alright, we're doing some tank maintenance. We had this money wart extending over the midway point here, so our goal is to kind of trim it back. And so whatever's left over I'm going to put in my daughter's aquarium. And this tank is doing well. I mean, it's a very nice balanced tank, and I swear this Ludwigia repens is getting closer and closer to the top there, guys. It's a big plant. Look at these tetras and barbs, and a fabulous kissing gourmet, Francis. Such a pretty fish. I don't think he made it out last month, so got to give you some screen time, man. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.